The legendary Honda Super Cub is back again for 2026, and Honda has managed to make the world's best-selling motorcycle even more impressive while keeping its unmistakable retro charm. For over 6 decades, the Super Cub has been a symbol of reliability, efficiency, and timeless design. The 2026 model continues that legacy, blending classic styling with fresh upgrades that make it perfect for modern riders. At first glance, the 2026 Super Cub looks like a beautiful tribute to its heritage. The rounded front fairing, step-through frame, and elegant body lines instantly remind you why this bike has such a cult following. But look closer, and you'll spot some smart modern touches. The headlight and indicators are now full LED units, providing crisp visibility at night while keeping the vintage round design. The fit and finish are also improved, with subtle chrome highlights and new color options that pop under sunlight, including a soft pearl white and a classic sky blue that really bring out that nostalgic vibe. Underneath the stylish exterior, Honda has made some meaningful upgrades to performance and safety. The heart of the Super Cub is still a single-cylinder, air-cooled 109cc engine, smooth, fuel-efficient, and whisper-quiet. But for 2026, it's tuned to deliver cleaner emissions and slightly more refined power delivery. You still get that trademark Honda reliability and the ability to squeeze more than 60 kilometers out of a single liter of fuel, depending on riding style. One of the biggest talking points this year is the new front disc brake with Honda's combined braking system. It gives riders much better stopping control and confidence, especially in city traffic. The rear remains a drum brake, keeping that lightweight balance the Cub is known for. This change finally brings the Super Cub's braking setup in line with modern safety expectations without losing its classic simplicity. The riding experience remains just as effortless as ever. The 4-speed semi-automatic transmission means there's no clutch lever to worry about, you just shift with your foot and enjoy the ride. The seat height stays low, around 780 mm, making it super approachable for new riders and city commuters. The suspension setup, with telescopic front forks and dual rear shocks, feels slightly more composed this year, especially on uneven roads. Honda has also paid attention to practicality. The fuel tank holds just over 4 liters, and because of that excellent mileage, it's perfect for long daily commutes. The 2026 model is also lighter, weighing around 100 kilograms depending on the version. It's nimble, easy to park, and incredibly stable even at lower speeds, exactly what you want in a daily city bike. In some Asian markets like Japan, Vietnam, and Thailand, Honda is offering 3 variants: the standard Super Cub 110, the Super Cub Pro 110, and the Cross Cub 110 Lite. The Lite version is a lower-powered model for countries with small license categories, while the Pro version adds a front basket and extra utility touches aimed at delivery riders. For everyone else, the standard Super Cub 110 is the most balanced option, a mix of style, comfort, and performance. When it comes to build quality, Honda continues to set the benchmark. Every panel feels solid, and the engine's refinement is top-notch. The 2026 update also introduces slightly better sound insulation, so the motor feels smoother and quieter, which adds to that premium ride feel. The instrument cluster remains analog with a simple, elegant design, clear speedometer, fuel gauge, and basic indicators. No fancy TFT screen here, and honestly, that's part of the Super Cub's charm. It doesn't try to be futuristic, it just focuses on delivering a pure, simple riding experience. For color options, Honda is offering some beautiful retro-inspired shades for 2026. The classic pearl white, sky blue, red gray, and a limited edition matte green version for the Cross Cub variant. Each one looks like a piece of history brought to life, and for collectors, this could easily be one of the most attractive Super Cubs in years. Pricing varies by region, but in Japan and Southeast Asia, the 2026 Super Cub 110 is expected to start around the equivalent of $2,800 to $3,000. Importing or local assembly will affect the final price in other countries, but even with duties, it remains an affordable entry into Honda's most iconic lineup. Overall, the 2026 Honda Super Cub continues to prove why it's one of the most beloved machines in motorcycle history. It's not about raw speed or high horsepower, it's about simplicity, economy, and the joy of riding. Honda has found a way to make a 60-year-old design feel brand new again, without losing the soul that made the Super Cub so legendary in the first place. If you love timeless design, unbeatable reliability, and practical performance, the 2026 Super Cub is a bike you'll never regret owning. It's the kind of machine that makes every ride feel easy, relaxed, and nostalgic, a perfect blend of the old and the new. This is Autocar Zone, and that's your first detailed look at the 2026 Honda Super Cub. Make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the latest cars and bikes redefining the road ahead.